My final project was a prototype for a website called Gradient. And it was essentially a platform for young creatives to be able to share their work and have a platform to network with others, kind of get opportunities from employers, and just generally have a safe space. So most of my research was kind of based on Instagram and the attention economy and like how harmful that is for, I mean, everyone, but also just creatives, especially because Instagram is now kind of treated as like the primary portfolio that everyone's expected to use. But actually just the way that it's designed and it's like UI and like the algorithm and everything is actually sort of just designed for your failure. So it's sort of like offering an alternative. I'm really like glad and lucky that we were able to try out everything. Like I really like that I didn't have to commit to just photography or just video, and that I was able to learn about everything. And I think it's especially good if you are, you know, like a creative and you don't know specifically what you want to do. I love that in first year and in second year you can kind of choose and just kind of get a taste of everything and then become more specialized. I think that that's really great, and I think that you don't have that luxury in a lot of courses. So I think that that's definitely a major benefit. The teaching at Sussex was really beneficial for me to kind of equip me with the research skills to be able to do my project and understand the theory behind what I was trying to create. The research in general just kind of makes it more like meaningful. I guess it gives it more of like a purpose. When I was making my project, it was quite important for me to be actually like offering a solution to a problem. And so obviously in order to do that, you need to have like extensive research about the problem so that you know how to resolve it. And something that I've become very passionate about as well is just sort of empowering other creatives and finding solutions that aren't detrimental to them and like being able to give them a safe space where a platform is kind of only doing them good rather than there being a lot of like really negative side effects. Mm-hmm. So my project kind of tapped into that as well as a lot of the research. As soon as I started, I felt like the course was like really perfect in the sense that it was really interesting because all of the theory that you're learning is relevant to the creative stuff that you're doing, but it's also just, it's a lot of things that I'm interested in. And I think what I noticed in third year especially was how interconnected they were. So a lot of the times we would even have same readings in the different subjects. And I really like that because even if you didn't think that two things were connected, they actually were, and you could like interconnect the theory between them. So I think that was really nice and it's useful and it kind of makes you look at things more holistically. And as I mentioned earlier, it just kind of makes your project more meaningful because you feel like it applies to like a wider scope. I think Brighton is very inspiring in general. There's just like so many people who are doing similar things to you. And everyone's like trying to be a musician or trying to make it creatively, which I think is really cool. Mm-hmm. And that was also actually a big inspiration for my project and in general kind of made me realize that like spaces like this are necessary and would be like welcome in that community.